What's going on, everybody? Horror DJ back with another Battlefield 3 video full of death, explosions, and fun. And this is a little bit of Conquest on Scene Crossing. And I'm playing on the 84th Railsplitters public server with the 84th Railsplitters. As you see, I got into this game about 2 minutes into it, a minute and a half, something like that. And using the assault class with the M416. There are certain guns in this game that, I don't know, just feel right. And the M416 from the beginning has always just felt right to me. And I know some people don't like it because it does have high recoil. Some people don't like it just because it's not the M16. But I don't know. I fell in love with this gun the first time I used it, and after a brief stint with the G3A3, I went back. I wanted a little bit higher ammo capacity and a little bit higher rate of fire. And I do pretty well with it. Final score on this one for me is 35 and 15, 34 and 15, I think. I end up with MVP, and my team ends up winning. Which is something that we do quite a bit of, is winning. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I wanted to ask you guys a couple questions. Are you tired of getting beat by teams that always seem to be everywhere? Every single time you turn around a corner, there's one or two of them there coming at you. You know, every single time you try to flank, there's a couple guys there stopping you from flanking. Are you tired of every time you get online, none of your friends are actually playing? So you end up getting stuck in a squad with a group of 12-year-olds that talk about whatever 12-year-olds talk about constantly. Or you get stuck in a lobby where you're the only one who speaks English, or, you know, no one else speaks your language. Those kind of things are a little bit frustrating. How about getting stuck in a group where your other teammates in the squad are all playing recon, and they're all so far away from the battle that it takes you an hour just to sprint, just to get into the action. You end up taking all the objectives by yourself, but still losing anyway, because you never have any support, any help whatsoever. Have you ever looked into joining a clan? And I know sometimes it's a little bit daunting. You see the players on their home pages. Some of them have like 1 billion points, and they've ranked up to the top. And you have to have a certain number of this to get in, and you have to have a certain number of this to get in. Well, what if you're not the type of player that's familiar with Battlefield? You know, what if you're really not that good of a player yet? Why would you be able? How would you be able to get into that clan if you didn't already have the stats that they were looking for? If you had the stats that they were looking for, you wouldn't really need them, because that means you've already been playing with people that make you better. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a recruitment video for the 84th Railsplitters. Give us a shot. Come by. Take a look at our website. Take a look at our stats. You know, we win. We win quite a bit. And there's a lot of guys on the team that aren't necessarily great players, but they're getting better every single game. That's right. You know, we've got over 100 players in our first and second platoons. 2 of our own servers, one for public and one for practice. That's right, I said practice. We talking about practice. Now, those aren't requirements to practice with the team. You don't have to. But when you're online, you know, we prefer if you were to play with us, just so that we can get to know each other. You know, learn how each of us plays, what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are. That's what makes you a better player. You know, we have a clan that lives together and it dies together, created by a guy that understands that life happens. You know, not everybody out there that's a gamer lives in their parents' basement. You know, we're not just sitting there going, Jesus, guys, I want to play some Battlefield. No, not everybody's a dork that plays. You know, many of us have families, you know, jobs, full-time jobs, responsibilities, house payments, you know, kids. Jesus, things happen, life happens, and that's a good thing. You know, that's never a bad thing. You have interests outside of video games. That's only going to make you an all-round better person. Why would you want to play with a group of people that look down on you because, oh, I can't play this Friday night because, you know, my daughter's got a dance recital? Or, hey, I got a poker game with a bunch of guys that I work with. I can't make it to so-and-so practice or this game. You know, video games aren't the end-all, be-all of all existence. Sure, they're fun, and they can take up a lot of time, but it doesn't have to take up all your time. You know, paying bills is a pain in the butt, and it's really hard to do if you don't have a job and you spend your whole life in the basement, you know, just playing games all the time. And I'm not trying to stereotype a lot of people, but, you know, it is what it is. It's tough. Life is tough out there, and sometimes you have to make decisions that don't involve playing video games, guys. And that's how we were started. That's why the 84th was started. You know, there's no minimum requirement to get into the group. Just that when you play with us. Just that you have fun. You know, just that you play the game the way it was meant to be played. No one's left behind. Everybody fights with honor, whether you win or lose. Do you have a bad kill-to-death ratio, or how about your score per minute's really low? Who cares? Apply anyway. Always put in the application. We don't turn you down just because you don't have a 400 plus score per minute, or you know your kill to death ratio isn't over a 1.4. You know, that kind of stuff doesn't really matter. As long as you like to play the objective, as long as you're a team player, as long as you like to have fun, you know, respect. Show respect to everybody that you play with, and you'll never have a bad day with the 84th Railsplitters. We'll make you better. You know, we'll actually make you a better player without breaking you down, without making you feel bad because you're not the best player in the world. You know, and if you are the best player in the world, geez, yeah, come on over. We can always use somebody that's awesome. But we don't want to break somebody down. We don't want to make them feel bad because of the style that they play. Your style can be incorporated to any of the different squads or platoons in the 84th. No reason to change who you are just to fit into the group. Be who you are, and guess what? You're going to find friends. You're going to find friends that want to play with you. You sign in online, you know, you're going to see 6, 7, 12, 18, 20 guys online. And you're probably going to get 5, 6, 10, you know, requests to play. There's always somebody online. That's, you know, why would somebody want to join a large clan? Why would somebody join a clan at all? You get the chance to be a part of something bigger. You know, you actually get to be a part of a team. A cog in the wheel of victory. Yeah, that's a little overdramatic. But there's always going to be somebody online that's going to appreciate who you are, how you play, what you do for the team. You know, you'll get an actual chance to compete and see what it's like to compete in actual clan battles, in matches where there's rules and restrictions, and you know there's a certain game style. The games are always faster paced because it's two teams that actually play the objective. You know, you're not going to have one of those where you're beating somebody so bad that the other team never even leaves their spawn, and you have your whole team going against 12 guys with sniper rifles just trying to pick you off at a distance. That doesn't happen. You know, in a clan match, it's teams that are fighting tooth and nail, and they're usually close games. Whether you win or lose, they're always a lot of fun. It's something that, honestly, if you haven't had the chance to experience a real clan battle, you're missing out on the way the game is supposed to be played. You really are. You're not getting the full experience of Battlefield until you've been in one of those matches where you're ready to pull your hair out just because it's so close and so tight, and you know there's always one or two guys on the other team that just own you, but you've owned like one or two guys on their team too. You run into actual camaraderie with the other team too. You wanted to beat them so bad throughout the whole game, and then once it's over with, guess what? You're going to start getting friend requests from these people, and they're going to want to train with you, and you know they're going to want to do practices with you as well, because that's how you get better at the game. You know, watch your stats just grow. Anytime you join a clan, and I'm not saying you have to do it with the 84th Railsplitters, but join a clan. You know, find a group of people that you connect with, get online, and play. And you'll see your stats just go through the roof. You know, if your kill to death ratio was under a 1 before, give it a couple weeks while you're playing with these guys that make you better. You know, you'll achieve that over a 1 or over a 1.2 or 1.3. You know, you'll get better every single time you play. Your score per minute's going to start going through the roof. When I first started playing this game, my score per minute was horrible. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Yeah, I'd played Battlefield games in the past, but it wasn't the same type of feel. This is more like, it's like a cross between Battlefield 2 and actual, Battlefield Bad Company. The games go by so quick with so much to do. There's really no reason for you to not get a good score per minute anymore, unless, obviously, if you don't know how to get those points. And that's why we have training sessions, and that's why we do what we do. You get better every single time you play. You never have to worry about your team not wanting to play the objective. Even people that are vehicle whores, they'll jump in a helicopter, but they jump in a helicopter to play the objective. They'll jump in the tanks and take out the other armor. It's all about teamwork. It's all about fun. It's all about being good. And that's actually the beautiful part of Battlefield. It's not always going to be a game of, wins and losses, but it's a game that, the little things can actually turn the tide. If you're reviving your team, dropping ammo crates, doing all the little things that score you points, you're playing the objective. Whether you're capping flags or whether, you're arming the MCOM station, you're doing a lot of stuff to actually help your team win, whether you know it or not. And those are the types of players that we want. We want the people that will run into a room of, 4 or 5 guys and try to take out as many as they can if they're about ready to cap the final objective. Selfless play. It makes you better, it makes the team better, and it makes you win, really. Well, listen, guys, I gotta get off my high horse about the clan now. The video's actually got like a minute and a half, 2 minutes left of it. Check us out on Battlelog, guys. It's listed as the 84th Railsplitters on Battlelog. You'll get to see how many members we have. We do have a second platoon, so even if it looks like it's maxed out, that we can't have any more members, we've actually opened the second platoon. We put people in different squads based on what their strengths and weaknesses are, and we work on things. We always make sure that we get the best out of what we have. Check us out, guys. Battlelog, 84th Railsplitters, or you can check us out at our website, 84th.engine.com. Alright, I'm going to let you guys just watch the rest of the video. It's coming to a close anyway. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and good luck out there.